Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at what do your spirit guides want you to know that will change everything. And to do this reading we will be pulling out 3 cards from this deck. I already see them. By the way, if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find the timestamp to that down in the description box. Okay, so we've got pile 1, pile 2, and pile number 3. Let's see what we have for today's reading. For pile number 1, you have Loki. For pile number 2, you have the Tiwaz rune. And for pile number 3, you have Midgard. If you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, let me add these right now. So Loki, Tiwaz, Midgard. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the red Jasper. For pile number 2, you have the Amazonite. And for pile number 3, you have the Mookaite Jasper. So, take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, perhaps you feel drawn to all of the piles today, as I always encourage you, trust your intuition. If you have the time and you feel another pile or other piles, listen to them. You might just get guidance or an important message that will give you an aha moment about something specifically going on in your life. Maybe a great solution that only you can pick up from the cards and from your message that might just change your life. And ultimately enjoy your readings and the messages that you are meant to receive. And once you're ready, you will find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. In a moment, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your signs, then my dear soul family, as you know, this part of the introduction was created specifically for you guys. And what I like to do is shuffle your signs really well. And then I'll be drawing out 4 zodiac signs for each pile. Do I have 4? Yes. So for pile number 1, your signs are Leo, Gemini, Taurus, as well as Virgo. And for pile number 2, your signs are, Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, as well as Scorpio. And for pile number 4, your signs are Libra, Pisces, Aquarius, as well as Sagittarius. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your piles using other placements in your chart, such as your Venus, Mars, Jupiter, it's really all up to you. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful red Jasper. Your significator card is Loki. And of course, if you picked your pile using your zodiac signs, in that case, the signs for this pile are Leo, Gemini, Taurus, and Virgo. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you guys, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to choose their piles as well. Okay, so today, as you know, we're taking a look at your spirit guides. What do they want you to know that will change everything for you? So these are the oracle cards that we will be using in today's reading. Yeah, and also these are the tarot cards that we will be using in a moment. I'll use the top row with this deck and the bottom row with this one. So let's check out your oracle cards. So you've got the 7th house with partnerships. Your keywords here are marriage, relationships, friendships, business partners, contracts, agreements, joint endeavors, sharing, negotiations, cooperation, and relating. So that is one of your oracle cards. You've got the 16th hexagram. And what is that? Earth, thunder, and earth. The 16th hexagram with the keyword delight. So nice to see. We'll read this hexagram together. You've got the offering. Ooh, okay. And you have, it's interesting that you have the offering with Loki. It's starting to give me ideas. Oh, wow. And you've got the seed. All right. Finally, you have door. Wow. I'm starting to grasp what your message is that will change everything, but I don't have a full idea of it. So let's pull out your tarot cards. I want to do this and pull out some tarot cards. So we have one here, 2. I should have done it down below. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, I think that's enough. Next time we do it down below. And then let's pull out. Yeah, I think you can see it. Let's pull out your bottom row. Right. So we'll take 1, 2, why not? 3, 4, 5, and 6. I also feel this one, so I'm going to take it. I'll consider these 2 together. Okay. And your cards are ready. Let's check them out. So you've got the Sun card and talk about partnerships. Wow, that's very clear here. Okay. You have 5 of Wands. Page of Cups. King of Swords. Right. King of Wands. Wow. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder where you're at. Up above the world you fly, like a tea tray in the sky. Okay. Justice. And you've got a song here as well. Or is that a poem? Furry said to a mouse that he met in the house, let us both go to law. We'll prosecute you. Come, I'll take no... What? All right, so they're going to court anyways. Okay. Do I have my magnifying glass? We'll read it if it's important. So you've got the Chariot card, and look at the Justice here. The Justice figure and the Justice card. You have the 6 of Wands. Right. You've got the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. I love these messages. You've got the 10 of Wands. Right. You've got the 5 of Pentacles. And here, I know you've got 2 cards. What are they? You've got the High Priestess with the Sun figure. And you've got the Emperor. The Emperor missing here. And the Chariot. Right. We'll keep it right there for you to see. There. So, what are we seeing here? What are we seeing here? I think our key card that will put everything together, since we've got everything together here, is the Delight card. Hexagram number 16. Let's have this hexagram as our starting point, as your what your spirit guides want you to know that will change everything. And I'm trying to open hexagram number 16 for you guys. So here you've got delight, here you've got enthusiasm and motivation. In any case, different keywords for the same energy. Let's see what the energy is. It says, demonstrate enthusiasm. Then those of the spirit realms and earthly realms alike will follow you. Is this what it's saying? Honor fellow dignitaries with celebration, and they will honor you. I don't know what dignitaries mean. I'll check it in a moment. Honor ancestors and your guides, and they will honor you. You see? That's what I'm seeing here with your partnership card. To be motivated to achieve, you must first be motivated by the energy of life. I'm so glad we started with this. Action with enthusiasm. Renounce hesitation. Do not let chronic conditions hold you back. Prepare for an advance. Oh my God. Auspicious to take military action. There is an opportunity for growth. I love this message for you, and hence this is why you have the door. Hence this is why you've got the seed. Hence why you've got offering. Loki is a shape shifter, and this is why this is your energy today. So what do your specific guides want you to know that will change everything for you? Is that what you lack today, what is broken, if you put that sort of energy into it, everything will work with you to change it for you. This is really what you're meant to know today. They want you to know that you can genuinely shapeshift anything that you want in your life, especially that thing that you feel you're lacking today. Because look at that. With the King of Swords here, you've got the King of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland. And as you can see, the King of Hearts doesn't really have much of a specific role. It's interesting that they put the King of Swords here in the King of Swords, the King of Hearts here in the King of Swords. But that does give a huge perspective in your reading today. This is saying, with the Ten of Wands leading to the Ten of Cups, because this is the background of the Ten of Cups, this is talking about carry the heavy load today. Be enthusiastic about carrying the responsibility, not just of action taking, but with the King of Swords, of planning, of being strategic, especially with the things you're excited about, the things that you want to do. Anything that you are excited about and want to do will take work in its beginning phase. Everything down to the children you want to have, the project that you want to create, the lover of your life. Everything takes initial work in order for you to enjoy that which you want. Even the dream university that you want, the dream job that you want, the fun that you want to have, everything will require initial planning, initial work. And then it shows here with the Ten of Cups that you will be able to achieve the epitome of that energy. You have it in your hands. You're a shapeshifter. That is your reality. That's why you were drawn to Loki here. And every single opportunity that you're lacking today will open its doors for you. That is the law of the universe. And so if you follow that law, you can shapeshift everything that is stuck in your life. And I say that because in the Page of Pentacles, you see, you've got the Hanged Man standing upright. And so what was on pause, what was being delayed, what was taking time out of your life for it to happen, you're getting a specific message here to follow that law. You know, in order to follow laws, really, we have to have a full understanding of how everything works. Following one law, but not following another, will it make a difference? Absolutely. But sometimes you follow one thing, not following the other, and they clash, right? I feel in your reading, everything is ready for you. I feel like more or less, you're someone who can shapeshift everything. You are in that energy. Things are ready to work out for you. And so following that law will be very easy for you because you've got everything going on for you. Perhaps you've got a balanced mindset, you've got a balanced heart, and it's just waiting to happen for you. And so you can build today what you want by following your enthusiasm. What are you excited about doing? What are you excited about beginning so that you can make that dream happen? And going back to the King of Hearts, what I wanted to say, I'm not sure if I finished my idea here. I don't think I have. Following my idea when I said this works out perfectly for you, is that this talks about how you will initially work very hard to reach great happiness. And it looks like you won't have to work on it any longer. The King of Hearts here is sleeping. That's why I initially thought, why do they have the King of Hearts here in the King of Swords? And it, as you can see, it definitely translates as be strategic, do the right things first, be disciplined, take the right actions first. And then with the background of the Ten of Cups and the King of Hearts here, you'll have the epitome of that energy and you can rest and enjoy the shade, enjoy your life where you don't have to work, I guess, as hard any longer. It's just going to work out for you. So put that initial seed, take care of your seed, plant it, make sure it sprouts in the right way. Take good care of it and it will take good care of you. You can open up great doors and great opportunities of your life. Well, you have everything working with you, holding your hand, the universe, the energy around you, the energy of manifestation, your guides. Everything will work hand in hand, conspiring with you to make this happen for you. And you've got here the Six of Wands in the background of the Six of Swords. You've also have here the Five of Wands, talking about how it may be very challenging in the beginning, but it is the people who say, yeah, let me follow through this challenge. And when I get feedback about why it's not working, I'm not going to decide that it's not meant for me. I'm not going to decide that this is not a door that I'm not meant to go through. This is how everything was designed. Sometimes, of course, and 1% of the times, it's meant to just work out for you without you having to do anything. But usually, if we want good muscles, you know, we've got to work out, unless you've got great genes and the little things that you do give you these great muscles. If you want to be healthy, you got to eat healthy food, unless you've got, again, great genes where most of the things you have don't affect you. You know, we do see some people who smoke, don't exercise, eat all the junk food they want, and they still are holding up well when they grow up. So long story short is it's designed that we go through this energy because we are meant to transcend. Many other things happen in this journey other than what you're just focused on. We grow as people, we build other things that we may not realize as we're tackling a goal. We grow self-discipline, we grow more in tune with the energy on how to manifest. We learn other things. Perhaps this is why it was designed this way. And so, long story short, with what I specifically want to say with these two cards is that your spirit guides want you to know that they want you to go through this challenge and not be discouraged by it. They want you, it's like, imagine this challenge as your gateway. And what you need to do is just pass through it. Sometimes you get into this gateway and you've got these guards who are mean. Sometimes they say a cruel world. You know, you just gotta put your earplugs on, have that power, and ask them to get out of your way. Push yourself into it. Because if you push yourself into it, the other side, this is where heaven is. Your dreams lie on the other side. And there is the push through we're seeing here. Push through that initial, you know, King of Swords, King of Wands, initial planning, initial intelligence, initial power that you need to look for what you want. Up above the world you fly like a tea tray in the sky. You follow that crazy dream. You're looking for that wonder. And it may look crazy for everyone, but it looks so specific to you. You know you're meant to have this. You know you want to live this life. Go for it, my dear pile number one. Believe me, you are a shapeshifter. Your cards are showing you are a shapeshifter. Work with that energy. When you are in that exciting energy, the doors open up. Everything that you do with that enthusiasm, with that excitement, with that knowing shifts for you. And it's really what you can see here. It's the law. It's funny. These are the cards that I'm getting for the law here. You've got the High Priestess, the Sun figure. Remember, it's taking us to that partnership, right? You've got the Emperor. You've got the Chariot. Things start to move. So what is that law? If we take a look at our law, I'm going to look at these cards and I'm going to pull out the Kabbalion book and see which law specifically this could be referring to, right? Guesses. High Priestess is an open mind, right? The Sun is illumination, positivity, or in your case, it's working with a specific energy. So opening your mind to work with a specific energy, this is what will help you move forward quickly to create the empire or that which you want to build. It will make you, because the Emperor is missing here. It's in tarot. It's not just what we see on the table, it's what's missing as well. Like, for example, if the queens are there, one queen is missing, there's a highlight on this queen, right? So the Emperor here is missing. There's a highlight on this Emperor. It's shifting you first in order to move forward and create this empire. So what could this be referring to? Let me pull out the Kybalion. Okay, let's check it out. Let's take a look there. So we've got mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. I'm seeing vibration here. So could this be talking about vibration? Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Is it like attuning to that vibration that allows you to work with the energy of the universe? You become one with everything. You don't become your ego anymore with the emperor missing, right? And you become one again with that vibration that allows you to change everything, to shift everything to your favor, right? Let's just quickly read it. It's a very short page. Let's read the law of vibration very quickly, since this is what you're meant to hear. This is specifically the law that you're being led to. So the principle of vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. So this principle embodies the truth that everything is in motion. Everything vibrates. Nothing is at rest. Facts which modern science endorses, and with each new scientific discovery tends to verify. And yet, this hermetic principle was enunciated thousands of years ago by the masters of ancient Egypt. This principle explains that the differences between different manifestations of matter, energy, mind, and even spirit result largely from varying rates of vibration. Varying rates of vibration. From the all, which is pure spirit, down to the grossest form of matter, all is in vibration. The higher the vibration, the higher the position in the scale. The vibration of spirit is at such an infinite rate of intensity and rapidity that it is practically at rest, just as a rapidly moving wheel seems to be motionless. And at the other end of the scale, it's interesting, every time I read it, it's just mind-blowing. And at the other end of the scale, there are gross forms of matter whose vibrations are so low as to seem at rest. Between these poles, there are millions upon millions of varying degrees of vibration. From corpuscle and electron, atom and molecule, to worlds and universes, everything is in vibratory motion. This is also true on the planes of energy and force, which are but varying degrees of vibration, and also on the mental planes, whose states depend upon vibrations, and even onto spiritual planes. An understanding of this principle with the appropriate formulas enables Hermetic students to control their own mental vibrations, the High Priestess, as well as those of others. The masters also apply this principle to the conquering of natural phenomena in various ways. He who understands the principle of vibration has grasped the scepter of power, says one of the old writers. So you can clearly see here that you've got that power. You're ready to use that power. Open your mind to excitement. Open your mind to that energy that your specific reading guided you to do. Open up your mind to enthusiasm, to delight, to excitement, and you shall have the energy of the universe hold your hand, vibrate in the same frequency. That's one of the high frequencies: delight, enthusiasm, excitement. Remove your ego. So that's why the emperor is not here. Remove your ego and remember, it's not you who's going to do it. It is the universe conspiring and working with you. That infinite power of vibration will help you to move ahead and move towards that which you want. You feel you might be small in the grand scheme of things, of your wishes, but really you've got much bigger power. Tune into it, and it shall assist you with whatever you're lacking, help you build it little by little until you've put it all together. And once it comes together, nothing can stop you. Don't worry about anything for now. Be strategic with what you want. Get into that power of, I am going to make this happen for myself. I'm a shapeshifter. Because this is what you are, my dear pile number 1. Put in that seed. That is the offering that the universe is asking you to make. And it, just like we do every single day when we plant, all over the world, I mean. When we plant the seed, we just let it be. And that's the offering that we need to do. The universe does the rest for us. Take care of your project, of your goal for now. Water it, and decide to pass through that very gate. That portal, that's the word I'm looking for. Decide to go through that portal. Many people get discouraged. They come out. You are being asked to transition through it. Let it show you its challenges. And instead of taking it as the doors being shut, take it as things that you want to solve. This guard is standing here. Let me take a right. That guard is bullying me. Let me not even deal with them. Or maybe let me do something equally powerful. Then they will have to run out of my way. This, that, and the other. These are just learnings that you are meant to grasp, to pass on to the other side. And do note that on the other side, when you do pass, you're vibrating more and more into that frequency. And all of a sudden you hear a grand opportunity knocks on your door. This is when you know that you are in tune with that energy. Continue. This is something that you want to always continue to do, because now you understand it's not that knock that's doing things for you. It's that your attunement to that energy that is bringing things like that into your life. So work hard in the beginning and let it go. It shall flow happily for you, my dear pile number 1. And this is exactly what I see as your spirit guides message on what they want you to know that will change everything. This was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what do your spirit guides want you to know that will change everything. Can't wait to get into your reading. Very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Amazonite. Your significator card is the Tiwaz rune. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, oh, we got 2 here. Then in that case, the signs for this pile are Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, and Scorpio. You also have 2 from this deck. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you guys, please don't worry about it. Follow your intuition. These are just different ways for others to pick their piles as well. All right, so let's take a look at your oracle cards. You have, well, wow. So this is the 48th hexagram. And we have water and wind. The 48th hexagram with well. Love this for you. We'll be reading it in a moment together to see what this hexagram is all about. You have the sword. And look at the swords of the Tiwaz. So you have, probably talking about the responsibility. That's what Tiwaz is about, carrying the responsibility. Force, the sword is a masculine force of taking action, going forward, doing, moving with great courage and discipline. So let's see what this is trying to say. Ah, you've got the box. Right. Okay. I'm starting to grasp some things here. You also have the South Node with karmic past. So here the keywords are comfort zone, mastery, old habits, the past, unfinished business, current gifts and talents, natural strengths, limitations, potential stagnancy. Very interesting. Okay, if I push this up a bit, we can fit this right there. You've got gazebo. Very beautiful. And I can fit, this is a box. It does give me space to push this to the side and fit this one. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, I think it's better this way. All right, you've got owl. You've got a price tag here. This gives a lot of perspective. Right, okay, so these are your oracle cards. I already understand a lot of the message that you are meant to receive today, but it will not be complete at all without your tarot cards. Let's pull out your cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I feel this one. 5, 6. Right, okay. What if I push this? Do I have space for one more card? I presume I do. Do I? Yes, I do. Let me take this one. All right, so these are your top row tarot cards. Let's take the bottom row. Oh, this one. Going with that one. This one. This one. I feel these two. That one and this one. Right, so these are the cards that I see for you here today. Let's reveal them together. You have the 10 of Wands. This card is talking about listening and listening well because of the story associated with it. You have the 8 of Swords. The Queen of Swords. The 3 of Swords. Gosh, these cards are very clear today. I'm so thankful. You've got the Ace of Swords. The 6 of Swords. The amount of swords. Oh my God. You've got the King of Swords. So other than the 10 of Wands, these are all swords. And I'm sure at the end of the day, they're going to be, I'm sure, of course they are, pointing towards, at the end of the day, whatever the message is, what lies beneath all this is your mind state. Okay. Just going to push them down a bit. All right, let's reveal the second row. You've got the Queen of Wands. Got the Empress and the Queen of Wands. Wow. You've got the Knight of Wands. The World card. The 3 of Wands. All of a sudden, in this top row, you're getting a lot of wands. You have the 4 of Cups. And that's an ace here right there, just like the ace here. You've got the Hanged Man. And you have the 10 of Wands. I really understand what this reading is talking about. Let me walk you through it here and on how everything is will change for you. So Tiwaz is the biggest card here. It's your significator card. It gives me an idea that at the moment you're carrying a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders, and this was explained well when the Ten of Wands appeared in your reading. It's the same type of energy. You're carrying a huge load on your back at the moment. It seems to me that the more you put in effort to try to finally alleviate this responsibility off of your back, you feel like nothing much has happened. And you can see it in the box here. Look at this box. It's super claustrophobic. It's like there are so many layers upon layers upon layers upon like, when are you going to get to the center kind of energy? And so this is what I'm grasping here in your reading. You feel like the more you do to alleviate some of this responsibility, for things to perhaps work in the way that you want, you have to do a lot, you have to work a lot, you have to move a lot. And even when you do, you don't feel like much has been alleviated. And if you are wondering why, with the South Node, this talks about a karmic past, obviously. And so it's a double-edged sword, with the sword here and the Tiwaz. Just as it is a heavy karmic energy, just as it is giving so much back to you. And that's the double-edged sword here. You got the Empress and the Queen of Wands. I was like, whoa. The Empress is all of the queens in tarot. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, and Queen of Wands. And specifically putting an emphasis on the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the most charming out of all the queens. She is the attractive one. She's the charismatic one. She's the one with the power. She's passionate. She knows how to get what she wants, and she goes out there, she gets it. She exudes beauty, sophistication, and power, as well as charisma, of course. So when I saw these two together, the Empress, which is all about beauty as well, because this is Venusian energy, I was like, whoa, this is like someone who's got it all. So just as it is at the moment super hard for you, just as this energy is going to give you so much back, that you might be seen as the luckiest person in the world. One time with the Hanged Man here, you felt like you may be the one with the least luck, perhaps, or that things were, no matter what you do, they just weren't moving, they were on pause. And just as equally will this karmic energy also give you back so much that you will feel at the end of it, with the Ten of Wands, that you are the luckiest person in the world. It's that type of energy that is pushing you, whether you like it or not, towards that center of that shining star. And you're forced to go there, you know? Like, imagine someone who has a choice of going there or not. Everyone has a choice. I mean, you don't have to do anything at all. But perhaps due to the heavy responsibilities that you're carrying, or the things that are pushing you, like a goal that you really want to achieve, and there are hardships in the way, or maybe challenges that you have on your path that are sort of pushing you towards it, as opposed to someone who has the choice to go there or not, and they might choose not to go. So every single day, one of them is definitely moving forward. They may feel like it's not fair. They may feel like, why is the world doing this to me? And at the end of the day, they're moving forward. Why is this happening? In your case, it's because of a karmic past. There's karmic energy. But it's like on the other side of the coin, it's also moving you towards great luck every single day, as opposed to someone who may not have this karmic energy and may not choose to go towards that direction. Every single day, you're moving towards a shining, bright star. And that energy is not easy. I feel like with the well, you're wishing for something, you really want something, or maybe you simply just want this heaviness to be over, and that's what's pushing you. That's what's moving you forward. And I kind of get a grasp of what you're going through here. You can see there's a lot of knots, and you cut one out or you try to figure one out. It's like a complicated knot, you know, that you have to be super patient about. And I saw it here with the Temperance and the Hanged Man. It's like you're in a very uncomfortable position and you can't just go, that's it, I'm not going to do anything. Because you got to figure it out. You want to take yourself out of, like, what is the Hanged Man going to do? Are they going to say, that's it, I'm done? They still want to, their leg hurts. They want to go eat. They want to see their loved ones. And if they say that's it for a little while, there's something within them that says, okay, let me try to figure this out calmly. And that's what I'm feeling with the huge knot here that you're trying to figure out. It's like having your favorite necklace that you've got to use in that specific event that you put in your purse, got so knotted, and instead of just putting it on, now you're wasting hours going, why is this happening to me? And you gotta be patient. You gotta like try to unknot. And after all of this time of releasing a specific knot, you still got a huge one to go. And that's what I'm seeing in your reading here. In fact, that's why when I revealed your cards, I was like, whoa, this is heavy. The Three of Swords here talks about a Japanese story of a woodworker who helped a crane, and this crane was so grateful that she started taking off of her own feathers every day to create these beautiful cloths or tapestries that were sold for so much. She didn't want the woodworker to know just how much she was taking out of herself, not just working hard, but really taking from herself every day to make this beautiful person happy. So what I'm seeing here as a summary is that it's really hard on you at the moment, and you're really taking a lot out of yourself to navigate through this responsibility every single day. And no matter how hard you try and how painful, because this looks painful here with the Three of Swords, you feel like you're still stuck in that box. Not much has budged. And sometimes you're frustrated. You, with all of this thunder, you're really frustrated. You're maybe angry sometimes. And I feel like your guides want you to listen closely. And I won't waste your time anymore with each story of each card. But here, this is a father who was looking for his daughter and went down to the ground to hear the vibration, to see if there's a tribe coming, because his daughter was in this tribe, to listen closely. Maybe he'd hear a vibration. So this is like a card of you're carrying a heavy load, it's karmic, but listen closely, because this is what will really reveal everything. Eight of Swords shows here that you are you are carrying a different persona than that of your own, presenting yourself as a specific persona that is far different from yours. And while you do have to carry this responsibility and release that karma day by day, you don't have to go through it with suffering either, because you've got the gazebo here. It's kind of like you're wise, you know that everything has a price tag, but at the same time, what you're not seeing here is that you don't have to carry yourself in this manner, and you are guided to go through it gracefully, to also enjoy your life. Yes, you've got a mission, obviously. You understand the price tag. You're wise. You can see it. You know, the owl sees in all directions. You understand what it takes to get to where you want. Queen of Swords, you're a very disciplined person, to the point of where you're taking so much out of yourself. And this is where exactly you're guided to change this. You are guided to go through it with enjoyment. Believe it or not, I don't know how, we'll find out together, what your guide is. Perhaps this will solve everything for us here. But the Knight of Wands, what does the Knight of Wands do? The Knight of Wands goes through life with excitement. They go after the things that they want. They enjoy life to the fullest. So I can imagine you now going, right. Yes, I'm wondering the same. So see, also the Three of Wands is embarking on a new journey. It's going on a fun journey. So you're actually guided here to take it easy. While you're doing the right thing, you see the sword, you're doing the right thing. It's your mind maybe that's not doing it right, or it's the way you're doing it that's not right. Oh my God, pile number 1 had that exact combination. The King of Swords in conjunction to this specific card, the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups. And so I won't be repeating pile number 1. This was awesome. If you are drawn to checking it out, I highly recommend it for you guys, highly. And you might just get a great perspective on something that will change everything in your life. And they did get the Six of Swords as well, right next. Was it next to this combination? I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, so back to, oh, look, you've got 2 hanged men here. All right, so back to the excitement. I think we need help here a little bit. Let's pull out your 48th hexagram and get an understanding of what this is. Fountainhead, the well. So it says, social politics may change, but people's primitive needs never do. Nourish the people's primitive needs. Failing to reach the depth of people's primitive needs will cause your undertaking to fall short. You must instill greater care and study into philosophy and the divine. To succeed, you must reach deep down into the people's primitive needs. Understand the underlying emotions at play. That is how you navigate the situation. I totally get it for you guys. The situation at hand is much deeper, much more meaningful than you initially perceive it to be. Adversity and troubles, take caution. So yeah, that's exactly, like, this totally answered the question. You're looking at the price tag. You see there's an emphasis on the eyes here. I hope the camera is picking it up. There's an emphasis on the eyes. You have your eye on the goal. You want to get rid of this heaviness. But remember, your reading was say, listen. You're meant to go through this with excitement, enjoyment, and balance. And at the moment, it's not finishing up, because believe it or not, the harder you do this, the heavier and harder it's going to be. And it's the opposite. The opposite way achieves this completion. And the lighter you do it, the faster it goes for you. So you're trying to do it one way, and really you're supposed to do it the opposite way. The opposite way. It's like when you're carrying a heavy load, you just want to run and get it over with and put it. But really, when you're running, it falls. And then you pick it up, and that's more muscles. And it hurts your back because it just hits your back, and so on. That's just an example of trying to explain this energy. But here, this is talking about indulging in that energy of fun, of going through it with fun, slowly, and fun will actually make this energy not so stubborn and move much quicker for you. I suddenly got reminded by a science experiment. You know, when you get starch, when you mix starch with water, and when you mix slowly, there's no resistance, right? It just moves smoothly. It allows you to, let's say you want to stir 10 times. If you move slowly, you're going to stir the 10 times in much less of a time if you're going like this. Because if you move starch quickly in the water, it tends to solidify, making the resistance even harder. And when you're going like this, it's not budging. And so sometimes you just need to do things gracefully, slowly, and enjoy your time. Go 1, 2, and that's what you've got here. The stubborn, stuck energy, the patient you are, the more it flows. Do you see? The more patient you are, the more you're enjoying the moment, accepting that you're going to do it calmly, accepting that you might think that it's slower. This will move your energy quickly. It's the opposite to what you think. And so as you're rushing to alleviate yourself from this heavy energy, you're guided to alleviate it stick by stick. You're carrying 10 wands, slowly pull out 1 wand. And it may feel like, oh, did this wand make a difference? Stay at it and pull out the second wand calmly. And then the third, and then the fourth, and then you'll feel like you're creating some form of flow, and it's just working for you. So this is talking about, although this is karmic, this is not here to make your life miserable. It's not here to make your life painful. You, at the end of the day, this karma is coming back to teach you something. It's not here like we do it on earth. You do this wrong, you go to the prison. It's not like that. It's really here to teach you mastery. The comfort zone is here to teach you comfort. Paradoxically, it is here to teach you comfort. Paradoxically, can you believe this? It's here to teach you comfort. Amidst the epitome of discomfort, you're learning comfort. Funny, but true. And so be patient. It's exactly like the knotted necklace. Remember, if you're frustrated, it's not going to finish and you waste time being frustrated. Exactly that. You might even tear it apart. And you really need that necklace. It's part of your outfit on that very special day. So accept it. Take your time. I used to watch my grandmother when I get knots. She used to teach me knitting. I loved what she taught me. I loved it as a little kid, and she would always be knitting, and sometimes I'd get bored and sit next to her, and she'd give me my little knits and I'd make all these openings and knots, and I'd get frustrated, and she'd say, patience, my little girl, patience. She was so patient, my grandmother. I used to watch her and go, how does she get this patience? I would have just gone. No, she was patient. She would take her time. She would listen to her music. She would have these nice conversations with me to calm me down. And she would calmly unknot one after the other. And before I know it, what I thought was going to get ruined would just come out soft, smooth, and nice. She'd fix these little holes for me patiently and she'd give them back to me, and she'd say, calm and slow now, okay? And I would do it again. And I've learned to be patient with the things I'm working on, not to get into that frustration energy. And it really, really, really does work when you're patient, when you're calm. It just works. And so this is exactly what I'm seeing. You're carrying a different persona, thinking that you have to be rough, you have to be fast moving, you have to do this, you have to be strong and carry all of this load. And while it's true, it's something to admire about you. You've got that. But an extreme of an energy is that. It's an extreme, any good energy or bad energy, what we call good and bad. Any extremes on any other end is not good, and we are always guided to be in the middle, because the yin and the yang always teach us something. And so here you're disciplined, you're strong, you got your eyes on the goal, you know there's a price tag you want to be done with, but paradoxically, to overcome this, you're learning to rest, you're learning to enjoy every moment. Enjoy every moment of you going through it. And this will shift your energy. Remember, there is energy. And what you feel, you vibrate. And when you're calm and peaceful and enjoying it, it just works out. And this is what you're being guided to step into. To step into that energy of excitement, to that energy of fun, to that energy of having fun. To rest, to go, to change your perspective on enjoying the moment rather than having just your perspective on getting it over with. Weirdly enough, you will start enjoying and gaining so much pleasure out of that which you wanted to push out of your life. Who knows? You might end up with something, a concoction of something super interesting in the end, while when you're free, you go, you know what? I love this and that element of what I was carrying, and I would like to take these 3 elements with me on the way. Patience makes things smooth and flow, my dear pile number 1. And as you can see here with the King of Swords and the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Wands is here twice. You can clearly see that you're going through something heavy, but with the Birth here, you will be getting something great. That is your promise through this. And you can see here with the King of Swords, as I wanted to say, with the Ten of Wands, in the background of the Ten of Cups, which is feeling elated. As you are working strategically as you are working your way out of this, having fun will be that energy that figures it out for you. King of Swords is smart. King of Swords knows how to get to where they want. King of Swords is force. It's that sword energy that you're getting from the beginning. And so enjoy the moment, enjoy that energy, weirdly enough. And this will be the driving force that takes you straight to where you want to go in an enjoyable way. So your reading today is guiding you to enjoy that process. It's there anyways. You can't just drop it and get rid of it. It's karma that you are releasing, but it's the very karma that will take you to exactly where you wish to go, where you're hoping to go. One day you'll be so abundant with that energy, you won't believe your life and how lucky you are. Imagine going towards it with enjoyment. There's an other end, like a flip coin to everything. And sometimes when you work hard, you can enjoy that energy. Imagine that mother who has children and she feels guilt because she's overworked, her children are screaming, and she just hates her life. And another person who's learned to work with that energy. She knows she has responsibilities and she knows she has to give herself first. She has to enjoy life in order to pass on this joy to her children. And so now she changes up her schedule. She finds time for herself. She fulfills herself without guilt, without shame, knowing that she has to give that energy to herself in order to pass it on. And she learns to take her children slowly. She learns that talking to them, sometimes a long conversation can save days and days and weeks later of having to scream, making kinder deals with her children. And that initial effort that she could put in, that patience, that taking it slow without screaming, and her children are screaming, to take it slow, easy, stirring easily, speaking calmly, giving that safety to her children, to know that it's a process that takes time, and to make these different changes in her life. She could start enjoying that process. She can start enjoying her children, seeing them as her biggest blessing in life, making that connection with her children, being proud of herself for making her children blossom in that way. And little by little, as she adjusts her life, which is not something that you do instantly, it takes time, it's strategy, it's planning, it's a little by little effort that you build. She starts having her schedule together, her life together, and it's just a process that she starts to enjoy. It is what it is. She now loves her connection with her children. She loves her life. She's doing something for herself. And slowly but surely, where it looked laughable to consider in the beginning, it starts actually happening. And this is exactly what I see in your reading. Take it easy, and that will bring in a new emotional beginning of you, giving you the capacity and the capability to slowly unknot all of these karmic energies. And without you realizing, you're moving to calmer waters. The more you slowly work on that energy, the more you are taken to smoother energy, smoother water, where you will find yourself moving faster from each layer to the other. You'll find yourself moving faster. Before you know it, you'll be right at the center, enjoying life, feeling like you're so lucky in life. And how that one time, that very thing that you used to feel was so unlucky was actually very lucky energy in your life that is giving, that is so giving, and so much so that you will be taking this enjoyment from this journey onto your next journey that is full of blessings. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see as your spirit guides message, what they want you to know that will change everything for you. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what your spirit guides want you to know that will change everything. There we go. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the, oh, you've got 2 here. Your crystal is the beautiful Mookaite Jasper. Your significator card is the Midgard. And of course, if you picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Libra, Pisces, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. Follow your intuition. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so you have assembling. Here we've got, no, that's not mountain because, so that's earth and this is lake. Earth and lake. It's hexagram number 45. We'll be reading it together in a moment. So you also have Aquarius with the keyword the diplomat. The other keywords are inventive, original, opinionated, analytical, distant, intellectual, humanitarian, friendly, tolerant, outgoing, and of course ruler of the 11th house. You have paint can. That's interesting because the green paint reminds me of a wise story I heard. I've told you some about it one time when I was talking about aura, the green paint. Maybe some of you remember the story. Okay, you also have the threshold, right? Okay, and you have Pluto with renewal. So the keywords here are evolution, transformation, Scorpio, beginnings, endings, rebirth, turbulence, destruction, hidden power, core truths, intensity, highs and lows. Okay, no, actually, let's keep it down there so we have space for your tarot cards. All right. So these are the oracle cards that I see for you. Let's now pull out your tarot cards. This will be the tarot card for the top cards, and this will be the tarot deck for the lower cards. Okay. Oh, maybe we're meant to use these. Let's do that. Thanks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll be using 2 cards for each circle. tarot card here. So 1 and 2. Is that wise? Yeah, we can do that. No, I don't think we can do that. Let's keep it like that. 1, 2, and it's not the number of cards, it's the power of the message, right? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm actually very drawn to, or like I have this intuitive idea of not opening up them all at the same time. It's like perhaps this is talking about phases. So before I open your tarot cards, in that case, let's see what this is really talking about in terms of energy, so that we understand each phase that this is meant to represent. Obviously, you're going some form of renewal at this phase of your life. You're on a threshold of something great. So let's explore that. What is this talking about? This is talking about that with Aquarius here, it's the mind, right? Is having the open mind of seeing your situation in a very different way than you may be looking at it now, while holding the foundations in your hand. Like seeing the foundation, but it's like having roots in order to expand. And so holding on to the foundations that you have now in order to expand, just like trees. You've got a lot of trees here, the pine trees, that are able to survive through harsh weather. And so I feel like you could be going through something harsh at the moment, but if you have your roots strong and you're able to expand out with your thoughts well, you'll be going through this and crossing a great threshold at the moment. Midgar, what would be the reading talking about with Midgar here? Oh, look, Aquarius energy is pretty strong here. There's definitely something about attuning to the right vibration or to the right thought pattern that you're guided towards. I feel this is talking about a challenge that you are going through. Why? Because Midgar in Norse mythology talks about it being a place of both blessings and hardships. Like the underworld is an energy of I'll tell you my aside ideas. I have like so many rushing thoughts. My apologies. I'll tell you everything I just thought about now. So you've got the underworld, you've got Midgar, and you've got Asgard, the heavens, right? In the Midgar, that's a side note I want to talk about, but yeah, just so you know the 3 levels for now. There are of course many other realms in the Tree of Life, but let's just stick to that for now. The Midgar is a place of good and also troubled energy, because to protect the humans, the gods, or let's say the giants, had to kill one of them, and they took the eyebrows. I think it was Ymir. Took the eyebrows to put like a gate around the humans to protect them, where humans would live on the earth. In the middle, around them are the oceans, and at the edges are where the giants lived. This is where the giants lived. So that chaos that happened because they killed one of their own reflected to the earthlings, reflected to earth, where chaos also happened. Things like the storms, the volcanoes, and all of that energy. And so in the earth, you experience both. It's that middle stage where you experience both the yin and the yang, and you learn more about them. That's the adjacent note that I wanted to tell you. When you focus on one of these energies, the yin or the yang, you get sucked down to the underworld. And when you unite them, where you don't say good, bad, where you don't focus on the duality, you learn how to balance them, and you learn that all is actually one. You go up to the heavens. And so look at you. You are on the threshold of something. You're on the threshold of discovering something, moving past something difficult with Pluto, something on both sides of the coin, both destructive, feels destructive, but very transformative. And it will depend on how you view this. You know, the more you understand that it's not duality, for example, the more you transcend up to the Asgard. Remember that part? And so with the paint can, it is a matter of how you view things. Why? Because I'll tell you the story very quickly. I'm sure some of you have heard it before. I said it before. There was once a monk who was helping someone, and who was feeling very bad, and he told him, if you look at only green in the next 3 days, you are going to heal from this. And you're going to be very abundant, and you live a very happy life. And he says, 3 days. The monk says, 3 days. So from that point, the man took some green paint and closed his eyes. Whenever he wanted to look at something, he would he would paint, like throw paint at it, so that he can open his eyes and look at it. Anyone meeting him, any places that he went to, he would just take these green paint cans and throw this green paint on everything before he opens his eyes and goes, I'm allowed to look at it now. So he's done this for 3 days, and then he goes up to the monk and throws green paint on the monk and opens his eyes. And the monk says, "What are you doing?" And he says, "I'm following your instructions. You guided me to never open my eyes until I look at anything green, and I want to focus on what you want to tell me. And so I had to honor your word, and I'm throwing green paint." And the monk says, "Why are you making your life so hard on yourself? All of that green paint that you've wasted, the amount of money you had to pay to get this green paint, and the muscles you had to and the pain, muscle pain you had to go through to carry all of these green paint buckets, was just unnecessary. You could have just worn green tinted glasses and you would have seen everything in green." And so there is a shift in perspective in the way we view things, the way we apply the knowledge that we know, and the way we look at life. And thus, the Aquarius, of how you are first grounded in the knowledge, like the monk gave him an important piece of knowledge that is life transformative. It's how you apply this knowledge that will transform everything in your life. And perhaps we'll see through the 4 phases how you can do that and how it can change everything for you, especially during that time of your life. So it's like you've got the information in your hands. Nothing is good, nothing is bad. It's how you learn to put the pieces together, apply the knowledge together, that will help you transcend. Now, to get guidance, like a beginning spark, before we open your tarot cards on how to do that, since we understand what the reading, where the reading is taking us now, let's take a look at your 45th hexagram. 45th with assembling, 45th hexagram, to give us a jump start here on the direction. 45. There we go. Assembly. Hold together. Oh my God. Like goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps. We were just talking about holding both together. How crazy is that? So it says, A leader rises among them. You are destined to gather the people in congregation and unite them under your purpose. But take care that when you do, you are also prepared to handle the strife that is bound to arise when people congregate. Sharpen your weapons. They will be needed to battle the dangers ahead. This is your forewarning. Have a contingency plan in place. Sacrificing your personal interests to follow a divine guiding force is beneficial. Choose progress. So what am I getting here? Let's keep this here for now. I'm getting this idea as you hold these two energies together. Remember that with everything there is a yin and a yang. The duality that you are supposed to learn and accept as one. You first must understand each well in order to be able to unite them as one. So whatever difficulties that are erupting in your life at the moment, going on at the moment, you are guided not to see them as good or bad, but as a great opportunity, just as we saw the leader here. This great opportunity that this will bring you, although it looks like turbulence here, and we'll see how you can go through it, but this opportunity will provide you with the yin and the yang. Sometimes you will be enjoying the great things that come and the glory that comes with this new beginning. And at other times, you have to learn how to deal with the challenges that come with it. So it could be both. Maybe you already have a great opportunity in your life and it's like you got the good stuff out of it, but now you're facing the challenges that come with it, and it's kind of like, don't run from it, but go through it. That's how you learn to unite both. Or that you are going through something and learning to see both the good out of it as well as facing the challenge is the very duality that's taking you to the heavens, taking you to the above. It's assembling it, putting it together, and not preferring one energy over the other, to enjoy both. Sometimes you're meant to relax and indulge, and at other times you're meant to be sharp and focus on what the challenges are trying to show you and take smart actions to overcome these challenges. The diluted energy from these challenges are video games, for example, or the games we played as children. And that really, watching children, you really see them interacting on their level with the yin and the yang. Sometimes they just want a hug and they want a nice story and they want to indulge in abundance, and at other times they just want to play that game and they're up for the challenge, and they sometimes are frustrated as they're trying to put the cube in the square. And so it's exactly the same, taking that same essence from children into our lives. When it's challenging, it's time to step up and not hate that energy and not love this energy too much either, but to understand that both are here to serve you. And during these challenges here, you are guided to open your mind, to stay grounded. And through that grounding, you open your mind to see what is trying to show you. So what you need to hold on to that, but also explore. Like, what if I do it this way? What if I do it that way? What can I do with this? It's that time where you're invited to get into that playful energy of, no matter how hard it is, if you attune to that energy, it's crazy to say it's fun, but when all said and done, and when you make that win, you will think That was so much fun. To experience that energy, it's like getting on a roller coaster. And you get on that roller coaster and it goes woo, woo. And as you're going through it, you're like, how is this fun? How are people paying to do this? And you go woo, woo, and it's awful. And it's only the people who are in the moment, ready for that challenge, that understand that it's a journey and take on that challenge to focus. I'm not gonna be afraid with this part, I'm gonna focus on that part, and so on and so forth. And once everyone is done, except of course for a few, some people change their minds. Some people think, I did this. Actually, that was fun. And then you find them talking to other people. Hey, I know it looks scary, but believe me, you're gonna love this. It's an invitation to tune into that energy. To only when you see the duality of that experience, the figuring it out and treating that energy paradoxically as fun, that you unite the yin and the yang, and you come out on the threshold. This is how you're invited to unite the yin and the yang. Very paradoxical, very weird to hear on the outside, but with Aquarius, this reading is emphasizing to open your mind a little bit, to see what Midgar is here to teach you. That phase in your life, what is it here to teach you? The more you learn to work with this paradox, uniting the yin and the yang, the more you transcend. And so it might feel like it's burning now. In fact, it looks like a volcano here, just as we've explored with Midgard. And how in that moment can you take it as a challenge to think creatively? Of course, the roots are, you got to be careful with that energy. You got to do this, you got to do that. These are the foundations that will help you expand your roots. And from making these safe, these safe actions, from these safe actions, you start thinking, okay, but what if I spray a little perfume here? Wouldn't it be weird? Like, what if I do this here? What if I do that? What if... And you start creatively trying back and forth, just like a video game. It's like, oh, I didn't make it this time. My mistake was I didn't notice that soldier that was standing there. Next time, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to be careful with that soldier. And so on. You try and you try and you try, and you take it as a challenge as you figure things out intelligently and creatively, until you learn without noticing to harbor both the yin and the yang of that phase of your life. That will be your threshold of you figuring it out and leaving that level altogether and transcending to your heaven. Perhaps your heaven is the wish that you want to achieve, or the next phase of life that has that boundless bounty and abundance that you want, or you getting in touch with the energy that makes you feel like you're living in heaven. And so this is the initial idea of how you see things. It's not, maybe you got the right idea, and these are the foundations that we talked about. The uniting the yin and the yang, the grounded ideas are the roots that are helping you do it right, with the right foundation. But you don't have to necessarily carry the paint cans, buckets, to throw at everything. Maybe with this foundation, you just need to see things differently, to enjoy seeing things in a different way, especially in this phase of your life. Seeing things in this different way is accepting the challenge. It's your beginning of uniting the yin and the yang, of realizing it wasn't separate after all. It was just meant to be one. And when you do see it as one, this is when it starts working out for you. Okay, so that's the transformation that I'm seeing for this pile. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So the first phase of doing that, you've got the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Roots, with sharing the wealth. Wow, 10 of Pentacles is a very favorable card. It's like getting the abundance. It's probably talking about the other side. And look at the roots here. Oh, 10 of Roots, and look at the roots. It's like having strong roots will help your tree to come out with so much abundance, where you're so blessed you get to share. It's the heavens. You get to share what you have. Okay. So that's sharing the wealth, and that is the 4 of Swords. You also have here, sorry, that's not the 4 of Swords. That's the 4 of Cups. That is the background of the 4 of Swords, and that's an Ace of Cups. Let's translate this together to see what your first phase is saying. First phase of doing what we've just realized, tailored to you in your life. Do you see how the bear, that's the first thing that's grabbing my attention. See how the bear is holding a lollipop, holding candy, and the cat is holding a candle. Very interesting. What is that saying? This is, in my opinion, if we put the ideas together, bears, to me, they always represent hibernation. There are some seasons where they're out and about and hunting and playing, and there are seasons in which they are not there. They're sleeping. Look at that. Wow. They're sleeping, they're hibernating, and they're not doing much. And that's just their cycle of life. And similarly, you must understand that you cannot hold and keep abundance. You share that energy. You are lucky when it's there. You can't hold it. You can't say, oh, I am a king who has built generational wealth for my, which is, by the way, what the 10 of Pentacles is about, generational wealth. For my coming generations, they will have glory and royalty and abundance. And then civil war strikes and someone else takes power, and that doesn't necessarily happen to his or her children as planned. You can't hold that energy of abundance. You must understand that you share it. It's energy that you share. You can learn, however, how to have rooted understanding to share that energy. Realizing and accepting first that this energy comes and goes. The more you allow it to flow, because that is its nature, the more you get to share more of that energy. Comes and goes doesn't necessarily mean that it's abandoning you. What I'm trying to say is that it's an energy that moves. It's something that you can't hold, and you must let it go for it to choose to be with you. And when you let it go, it's that you vibrate acceptance, you vibrate love, you vibrate joy of life. You are focused more on many other things like the journey. You are focused on you transcending as a soul. You get to enjoy many things. And so with regards to your goal, whatever abundance is for you, you are, as a first foundational step, you're guided, because we were talking about roots, right? The roots that you got to have in order to expand. The first foundational idea that you're being presented by your guides here is the foundational understanding that you cannot hold this energy, but you're sharing it. And let it be ever flowing. Don't be afraid when it's moving. Be grateful for everything as it moves. And the more you are in tune and calm and accepting of that energy, the more intensely it shall flow through you. So enjoy it when there's abundance of it, and stay as a bright light, as a soul, when anything is changing. And just like a cat who has many lives, you too will have many lives with this abundance. It moves one way and it moves back to you, and it moves back to you, and it moves back to you. So stay shining bright as a soul. And the more you are accepting of this journey, yes, of course, of this energy, the more you're building roots. Because I believe, in my opinion, this is saying you're more like building the right, when it comes to the earth, it's the body. So perhaps this is like the right neural connections in your mind, assisting you to continue to stay in that energy. The more you learn about this energy, and so many things are being built and are being foundational in you always getting that energy free flowing, and you thus enjoying it. Because when you're afraid or when you're overly enjoying it, there is the duality, good, bad. And so know that all is good and allow it to flow through you. Clear your heart from any attachments or fears, and stay calm is your first guidance on how to apply this energy so that it changes everything for you. But you are on the threshold here. So that's your first guidance. Let it be ever flowing. Let it be ever flowing. Okay, let's now take a look at your second guidance. So you've got the 10 of Wands with carrying the load. And you have the Moon card. And you can see one of the figures of the Lover's card on the left, and the Devil card, the Devil figure on the left. The Sun and the Moon. There's a choice here. Secondly, that always remember that you have a choice. Always remember that there are two paths to everything that will eventually, by the way, take you to the same path. All roads lead to Rome. It's kind of like the easy way and the karmic way. In any case, this is your fate. This is where you're going eventually. But it's a choice that you make to move to the Asgard maybe quicker, more gracefully, and so on. And that is embodying the energy we talked about here, not running away from the difficulties, but being challenged by them, accepting the game, so to speak. And so do you see here, it's working with both energies. This figure is crying. Obviously, she's got a heavy load. It's the 10 of Wands. She's carrying a heavy load, but they're turning into blossoms for her. So it's okay to feel the load. It is absolutely okay to cry sometimes when you're going through it. It's part of the process. There's no good, there's bad. But always remember, it's just like when you're playing a game, when you go, it's not like you're not having fun. Obviously you are. You're accepting the challenge and you're going through it. but it's your natural emotions. Sometimes it doesn't feel good. Go ahead and cry it out, and remember to go back to your powerful self. Again, always pick yourself back up and to do the work. That's the 10 of Wands. To do the work of figuring it out. Because to me, just like the muscles and the chains here, when you keep building that muscle, what started out as very hard tends to become normal. It doesn't hurt anymore. The muscle has got acquainted and got the strength to carry it. And so this is saying, accept the challenge, go through it, do what is necessary. In the beginning, it might feel like a heavy load, and you'll figure it out as you go along. Each time you push through, you're creating a beautiful flower energetically. Each time you push through, you're doing the work that is needed for this challenge. You're building an energetic flower. Draw a beautiful flower at the end of your day in your journal every single day, and go back and look at the flowers. Every day you've been creating an energetic flower. And these bouquet of flowers are each day teaching you how to work with both energies, how to enjoy the good and how to, or what we call as you feel is good, and how to go through what you may feel is now bad. Once you overcome this may be your pride and joy, because it's the story, is what you've gone through, it's what you're proud to talk about. I've done this, I've done that, I've overcome this, I've become that person, I've changed into this person. And that is your pride, your beautiful story of inspiration that you will share with others, that took you to the Asgard, to the place that you want to go. So first, accept that it's ever flowing. Second of all, take on the challenge, because when you treat it as a game, at least between yourself, it's hard. This figure is crying. Nobody's saying that it's hard. Obviously, sometimes it is. It feels hard. But if you take it on as a game of trying to figure out which direction should you go? It's like feedback from the world, feedback from the game, feedback from the matrix, telling you that's not the right way. Okay, what if I change this color? What if I change this option? What if I do this? What if I do that? And then it clicks and the load is over. 10 of Wands is an end of a difficult. It's heavy, but it's also the end. It's that part where it's that card where it's super heavy, it's the heaviest, but it's also that threshold. Exactly, it's that threshold where you pass to the other side. So always remember, if you choose to do the work, to do what is necessary for this stage, you will always be uniting that yin and the yang. You've understood what the two energies are showing you. And so that is the second thing that I see as your guidance on overcoming the challenge that you have now. Use it as a game and see what it's trying to tell you, and try different things, and without being afraid. Just let the energy flow. You'll be okay. All right. Now, third guidance. The Two of Swords, with decision, or rather indecision, right? And here you have the cards. The Eight of Wands. Talk about stuck. My God. So this is the Eight of Wands in the background of the Eight of Swords, and this is why I'm saying stuck. But the Eight of Wands is very opposite. Talk about yin and yang again. The Eight of Wands is ever flowing. It's fast energy. It's things flowing, right? Eight of Swords are things being stuck and viewing things wrong in your mind. Your mind being the very thing keeping you in place. And so that's why you have decision, or rather indecision. Do you see? With the paint can of paint, and the Two of Swords is how you see things, or how you don't see things that matter. How you see things is what can help you flow. How you don't see things is maybe why you could be feeling stuck at the moment. Just like the can of paint. How are you going to choose to see things is the real focus here. It's that Aquarius energy. How you see things is everything, because with the way you see things is what's going to make you take the right decisions or the wrong ones. How you see things is everything. And you've got the blindfolds here on both. Blindfold and the blindfold. So this is basically saying so we've established that how you see things are important, right? So here this is saying that when you feel like you are stuck with the background of the Eight of Swords, remember this is the time where you need to ask yourself, what am I not seeing? And what do I need to see instead? And so this teaches us that it's not just doing the work, working with that other energy that could be tricky to you at the moment. It's not just doing the work. It's how you're seeing things as well. Because you can have a kid playing the video game and they are stuck in this level. They're like, they try this, they try that, and they're frustrated at this point. It's like, what am I not seeing? This level is impossibly hard. There is no way to get out of this level. And sometimes when things are so blocked, it's just like trying the same things over and over and over are keeping you in place. And so this is the time where you want to seek guidance. Maybe see how experts have done it, or how, in that case, in the video game example, how their friends are doing it. Maybe they've got this one friend who says, do you see the carpet? Did you tap on the carpet? You've tapped on everything. Why aren't you tapping on the carpet? And then the child goes, oh. And their friend goes, yeah. So sometimes it's okay to realize that you've done everything possible in your hands and it's not working. Sometimes it's okay to look outside of yourself. Also, Aquarius is being intellectual, right? So it's going outside of yourself and seeing what others are doing. What are others doing right in your situation? So this is perhaps guiding you to look at a book, look at statistics, look at professional guidance, look at what others are doing. Maybe sometimes we get so lost in our heads and we need something outside of ourselves, or maybe super inside of ourselves. Maybe sometimes we need to stop following the same paths, just let it go and meditate. And sometimes when we let it go completely, it just hits our mind and we get to find the solution finally. It's just something outside of that repetitive thing that you keep on doing. Whether inside of yourself or outside, there's, remember, no good, no bad. It's simply a different way of doing what you are currently doing if you keep getting the same results. It's look outside of that frame that you may have been stuck for a while. In order to grow and transform from this level, you need to think a little bit outside of the box. And so there is putting in the work and being flexible with your mind on what you need to look at. Sometimes it's something beyond what you're just seeing. Seek guidance, ask others. Do both. Ask and see what others are doing, see what the professional guidance is, and also disconnect and go within. And through the balance, perhaps this is why you have a balance, through the balance of both, you might just find that tick that helps you flow. And so when you're stuck, it's just from the roots that you've established, it's time now to expand without, to expand out and see what else is out there. And remember, it's all you, whether the outside, whether the inside, it is all you, all is one. Okay, so that's the third idea. Let it be overflowing. Put in that work, draw a flower every single time. Know that you're doing something energetically. That bouquet will take you out. And don't be stuck in a specific way of viewing things. These are three important pillars to you moving upwards and uniting this duality. And finally, oh, that's an extra card in this deck, the Infinite Spirit. That's like card number 22 in the Major Arcana. Oh my God, I just realized, I think you're going to have this mind-blowing experience as well. This card speaks about how someone has made it, they're vibrating and they're ever flowing in energy coming out of this portal. I must read this for you. I think you will be mind blown. Did we read the yes, we did. We read the assembling card. Okay, I must read this card. This is crazy. Oh my God. So here, this talks about the Infinite Spirit, the quintessence, the ether element. So here it says, our heroine is now in her quintessence state. Her glowing silhouette walks through a portal of golden veined hands. It's hard to tell if she's coming or going as she moves through infinity's threshold. Look at that. Oh my God. A concentric rainbow aura represents the energy of all that ever was, is, and will be. So you feel like you have that power in your hands now, and all that ever was, is, that's the energy of this unity, of getting into that ever-flowing energy, of getting into that life that you are, that beautiful life, that... what's the right word when monks and yogis, they cry tears of euphoria? Can't believe I lost this word, so popular. Nirvana, reaching nirvana. And you've got the Six of Wands in the background. Can you see your card? Yeah, in the background of the Six of Swords. This is an understanding. It's why it's one of the foundations. This is an understanding that you need to know. The portal here that your whole reading is talking about. Once you understand these three energies, you'll be flowing through portals like it's nothing. You'll be able to transition to whatever world that you want. It's that spiritual Merkaba. It's having the freedom to move through worlds, attain the attainable, the unattainable, and live in nirvana. So that's one of the foundational ideas, to understand and realize that this is how it works, that you will be. There's no way that you won't be passing through this portal, that you will not be reaching your destination. You will always be reaching your destination, because that is the whole idea. It's understanding this concept and seeing it through, creating that unity through the steps explained in your cards specific to your situation, will always help you transition with great success, because that's the Six of Wands. That's the balance in life. That's like the law of life. It will always take you to the other side. And once you master this energy, having an open mind to see different ways of, like, if you're stuck, there is something that you need to consider. And sometimes it's a small idea, sometimes it's a shift in mindset. And do know that when you're connected, you will always receive. And so it's just keeping an open mind, of saying to yourself the key word of what else? What else am I not seeing? What else am I invited to see? And when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And so the invitation is keeping an open mind. Stay rooted in the main understandings that when you're stuck, there's something that you're not seeing. Maybe you need to work on the inside before you work on the outside. There's something always that you're guided to see. Let it be overflowing. Work hard towards it, but take it on as a challenge and not something that is making you feel stuck. Enjoy that challenge. Choose to go through it with love, because that's one of the figures of the Lover's card, and not to go through it feeling chained and stuck with the devil path. Choose to enjoy the path and choose acceptance. Choose to accept the challenge that the way it is for now, so that you can grasp whatever learnings it's giving you and to move successfully to the other side. So it's okay to cry sometimes. It's okay to feel that it's hard. And that's just giving you more muscles, and it's building these flowers energetically every day for you as a threshold to move past this level. It requires focus. When you're stuck, as explained, look at something else that you're not seeing. Ask yourself, what am I not seeing? What is the universe inviting me to see? If it was supposed to be written for us to see everything, we would have seen it. But would it be a game then? Would we understand the two dualities? Perhaps not. And this is why this is a challenge to expand your mind, to reach with your crown chakra to the heavens, to the other side. This is how you grow your roots in and out. That's the duality that you're learning at the moment. And this energy in this pile will allow you to reach wherever you want to go. It's the endless hands that keeps on giving to you in any direction that you want to go. That is your secret. That is your key to changing everything in your life at the moment. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I wish you the best of luck on your journey. You're nearly there. What I can tell you for sure with the 10 of Wands, you're nearly there. There is a push. Yes, there is a push. Get to it. Choose to do it with enjoyment. Choose to learn as you go along, and let the energy flow. You will be someone who's able to access perhaps what many, many others aren't yet awakened to access. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. It's that energy that will transform everything for you. I wish you the best of luck. See, let it flow. Let it flow. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!